Hey guys, welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. This is a video about the world map on GeoGuessr and why it is a bad map and you shouldn't play it. I will also discuss the unlikely possibility of competitive ever using a different map. So, this topic is already widely understood by the GeoGuessr community. A lot of you will be saying things like, way to state the obvious, or yeah, no shit, bruv. Yeah, that one was British, by the way. The world map sucks. The reason it sucks is because there's no quality filter. It is literally all locations that are on Google Street View. This means you're going to find every single trekker location, including random boats, trains, and just hikes into the middle of nowhere, and also obscure panoramas. While this is cool because you do get to see a lot more of what is actually covered, it does make the game incredibly frustrating. Another factor of why it is bad is because the locations haven't been hand-picked, so they're not going to be pinpointable. And what is a pinpointable location? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a location that can be pinpointed on the map. This means intersections, bridges, and obvious curves that can be seen on the road when you're looking at the map. If you have a long straight road and you're somewhere in the middle of it, I mean, it could possibly be pinpointed, but it's going to be a very tedious process, and that's why this sort of location isn't considered pinpointable. So when we were creating a community world, we had a rule that if you're on a straight road, you could use it as a location if you were in the middle of it and the road was less than 200 meters long. Similarly, you could place a location on a bridge in the middle if it was less than 200 meters long. If it was any bigger than that, you had to put it at one end of the bridge. Another pinpointable location would be railroad intersecting with a road, because you're able to see railroads on the map, so this makes this sort of location pretty easy to pinpoint. The world map locations have not been hand-picked, so most of the locations are not going to be pinpointable. Another thing is that in user-created maps, we're more likely to see more interesting and beautiful locations, which makes the game just that much more enjoyable to play. Another thing is horrible looking Gen 1 locations, or just really blurry locations that if you're in a user-created map you won't find, because there is quality control. In the world map, you don't have a quality filter, so you're going to be stuck with Gen 1 locations, super blurry locations, just a big pile of doo-doo, really. Yeah, can you read that? I didn't think so. So, it's a bad map. We should use a different map in competitive, right? Well, we can't. As GeoGuessr has no control over user-created maps, this leaves them susceptible to dodgy locations being put in by the creator. Another issue is that with user-created maps, there is a capacity for the amount of locations that is more likely to be repeats in user-created maps. So I guess we're stuck with the world map for competitive, right? Well, for the time being, it could be possible to one day use a map such as a community world for competitive, as it is the largest world map that has hand-picked locations. If GeoGuessr were to implement this, I'd assume that they'd create an identical version of the map that they would be able to alter, so if they need to remove problematic locations, it wouldn't affect the community world map that is in the classic mode. It would be more of a version of the map that is used for competitive, and they'd be able to update the map without affecting the actual map itself, if that makes sense. Kind of like an identical copy of it that's used for competitive that they can change. Anyway, that's just kind of an idea that I have that could possibly be implemented in the future, who knows. Anyway, I just thought I'd make this video because a lot of people seem to still play world map even when they're not in competitive, and I just wanted to explain why it's a bad map and you shouldn't play it. But I'm not your dad, do what you want. If you want to play it, you do you. And that's gonna wrap it up. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Take care of yourself. See you later. Bye.